I got wind that they were going to do a virtual draft, to the media like everyone else. And I just, I proposed the question to Freeman, hey, can we still do comms? And the idea was we were going to ship a bunch of panels everywhere and do this over IP. So he said, well, I'll shop it to him. We'll see what happens. And they actually went for it. And so we started designing a system, Dave and I, that was based around IP and panels. And there was a lot of hardware involved.
So we ended up giving them upwards of 64 ports just for Agent IC. Then we had another IVC card installed, which had 32 different ports for SIP, LQ trunks, and the such. And that Alameda frame was then connected to the Burbank LQ, or LQs, I should say. And that's where we had a bunch of audio trunks going back and forth. We also had the various V-Series panels that you see. The one in Orlando was at Dave's house. The one in Burbank was at Brady's. I had one here at home, here in St. Louis, and then Mitchell Boyce, our AE that was assisting them out of Michigan, had one in his office, so that we could make sure that we could help, listen to problems and address them faster.
The Alameda system housed the charity event that we spoke of, but it also housed 40 or so users for the draft itself. And then those users were backed up with identical credentials onto our original system that was sitting in Burbank. So if everything went wrong, all of the users for the draft itself could dive over to that system.
Yeah, I thought that was cool because it's a profile that you add. You could just switch profiles and it would automatically switch IPs and fly to Burbank. I thought it was really clever. Yeah. It's a great setup.
I was actually really shocked by how successful it was. And at the same time, the users were very, very helpful.
These Agent IC apps, especially when going straight into Eclipse, allows you to do anything and everything you want from home without sitting in the control room. So I think that I agree with you guys. There's going to be a point where people need to go back, and I know producers don't want to hear that, but they need to go back and do this live in person, because that's how you really step up your game and make it a really tight production. But in times like this, and who knows what happens in the future, if let's say a building needs to be evacuated, at least now people know there are options readily available that you can get set up.